Went to Estes Park. This is the red rum, and it's obviously it's backwards because the camera's mirrored.
Yeah.
But this is where the Shining Hotel is in Estes Park.
Did you see the hotel?
From the actual movie?
It's not the one they filmed in. It's the one the story is based off of. But
I didn't know that was based off of anything.
yeah,
Based on a true story.
yeah, and so no, I didn't see it because we were kind of running low on time, and it's like an hour away, so we just wanted to get going home. But there's the Estes Park Brewery, and they have the red rum ale. So that was pretty cool. But
Nice.
you had mentioned it earlier, and what I've been waiting for, now I have to learn how to use it. But I got my Orba.
Play us a opening tune.
So I had to figure out how to loop it.
Kanye stem player.
What?
You should have just got the Kanye stem player.
Well, this was already ordered by the time that was sent.
Cancel it.
Send it back.
Can't- I said, no, I love this thing. It's awesome. But like, you have a bunch of different sounds. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear this. You can go like something funky, but then you just press the middle, right? And now it goes. Oh, sorry. What the fuck? Oh wait, where are we at? 7, 2. So still got the funky tune. Add some more.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I liked
no,
how that was starting out.
And then
If
also,
you could just
That sounds
tranquil. Yeah, if you could record some of that so we could use it as
well,
an
yeah, I
intro,
was
that-
waiting for this, and I got to loop it. You know, I got to learn. It's an instrument, but
You should
now I can
record
actually
that
record.
sound, and we should all gather $350 and get a trade or a copyright placed on it, and then take money from other YouTubers trying to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got like the thing that I like about this. So yeah. Wait, where are we at? 1.
Ooh.
You know, even though it's a little.
That's all around it, or just that spot?
Yeah. But yeah, so we got the intro coming soon.
Intro coming soon.
Yeah, that's
We'll
gonna be
keep
the
the fans
intro.
updated.
Huh?
I said I thought we already had the intro. It's the thing you've been diddling for like 3
I know,
weeks.
but it's coming. I had to record it. You know.
Just to record it. How are you going to record it? Does it hook into the computer?
Auxiliary out.
You're going to
Like
record it
that?
off of that?
No. This plugs into a Zoom H4n digital recorder, which has an SD card in it. And then you take the SD card out, you put it in your computer.
And what is that called? A Jube?
This is an Orba.
An Orbi?
Orba by Artiphone.
Welcome everybody to Bro Football Focus episode 64, the Richie Incognito episode. I'm Hunter. With me, as always, except for the few times and last week, are Austin and Jake.
What's up? Yeah. I'm going to be the enemy for this episode.
That's just not nice at all. So Jake was in Las Vegas.
Yep.
Last week.
Yep. 2 days before the Pro Bowl event started.
Yeah. Did you say you left before?
Yeah, I left 2 days before the event started.
I wish you wouldn't have said that, Jake, because Austin and I were planning this elaborate ruse where we were going to say that you were the person who got beaten up by Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, really
had
goofed
like a
that
cool
one.
story, and it was.
I
gonna be
did
in the
though.
thumbnail.
That was me. Let's just say
Actually,
it was me.
Because we didn't hear from you for a couple of days, Jake. I did think you got arrested, and I thought you were part of the Henry Ruggs Camara prison team.
Well, I considered it. I really did consider it. You know, there was a we won't say homeless, but person without a home going around stealing these giant like barrel caution cones. They were just
Yeah.
stacking them all up and putting them in their cart.
Those make
For
it
some reason,
boil.
I don't know for what for, but they had stacked so many in the cart that they kept falling out, and they kept putting them back in and struggling and falling out every 2 steps. And I'm like, this is hilarious. This is awesome.
But what's
Oh,
that
wow.
have to do with you going to jail?
Maybe I had to fuck around.
My
There was I may or may not have seen 2 dead bodies. One, they had these outside elevators to like cross the street, and in the elevator I was walking by, and this dude was like passed out is an understatement. He was literally like completely fucking as if somebody
he's
just
just
tossed his butt.
blackout drunk.
That's what I thought. But
Or
then in
cut
the
the
morning there was somebody. It was either someone who was laying like sleeping coffin style, wrapped intensely in a blanket, or a dead body. And so
No, if he was wrapped up like that, I feel like he would have been
So-
being hauled away.
We just had the
who knows?
Texas freeze or whatever again. And like Texas,
Oh, yeah.
like obviously like Austin has so many homeless people. But Emily and I were going for a walk downtown, and there was like, remember like when we'd go camping and your stepdad had those like military like sleeping bags?
the caterpillar
Yeah,
ones.
they're
It was like someone was in that like on the ground, like in the mud. And it was like this was like the warm day, like a couple days after like 7 days of freezing cold weather. So I'm like, is there a dead homeless person in this fucking bag right now? Because they're not moving. There's no like breathing. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So many of them have to die, and you just like
I was
who?
gonna say that there's probably dead homeless people everywhere, and we don't even know.
Oh
And
yeah.
not even from the weather.
Do they
from
like
other
bury
causes.
themselves like Sasquatches, so you never find the
I think
bodies?
they do.
I don't know how that works.
Like
Yeah.
Sasquatches.
Sasquatch
The multiple Sasquatches there are out there.
Yeah, they bury their young.
City
their-
probably just like dumps them somewhere.
A homeless person or a Sasquatch?
Dim sum?
Homeless people, you wouldn't do that to a Sasquatch.
Now, Hunter, before we get into the heavy stuff, I never asked. I saw that you were at that Thai restaurant, and there was meat on the menu. Did you try the meat?
Jake, this was like 4 weeks ago.
I know, but I didn't think about it until just yesterday.
No, I didn't try the word you're not supposed to say.
Why is it? What is it?
It's just one of those curse
Swear
words that
word.
you can't
Yeah, it's
say,
a
or
curse
else
word.
you'll invoke the apocalypse.
What?
It's a South Park thing.
It's
Uh,
Jake's fucking island name in Animal Crossing. Or
It's my
his
island name. It's my PlayStation 4, whatever that
Yeah.
internet thing is called. That. Whenever I make a song on GarageBand, it's DJ Microb.
But no, I don't even know what it is. I don't think I looked at the menu enough to get into it. But no, I did not order it. That's actually a funny story. The reporter I was working with wanted to get food, so we went to this place called Burrito Gallery.
Mm.
But I wasn't hungry, so I was like, "Hey, do you guys have coffee?" And she's like, "No, but the place upstairs does. Just take the elevator." And I'm like, "That's what? Okay," because it was just like a restaurant. Like you don't
Yeah.
get into an elevator and you're at another establishment, I guess.
There's
So,
some in my apartment. I live upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the
Fridge.
elevator and I went up, and as soon as you get out, it's just a completely different vibe. You go from Burrito Gallery, which is like Hispanic, obviously, little Latinx flair, but then you come
Yeah.
out of the elevator and it's just that tranquil little beat you were playing on your what is it, the Jube?
Orba,
But by what?
Artiphone.
Yes, Artiphone. Shout out to Artiphone. But you walk out, all that tranquil music. It's just like a straight up Thai place, very nice. Walk up to the
Very
bar.
cool.
There's nobody in there except for like 2 ladies having like a nice social lunch date. And I go up to the guy and I'm just like, "Hey, I tried to get some coffee downstairs. They told me to come up here." And he's like, "Oh yeah, sit down, bud. Let me brew you a cup real quick." So he just
Did he
brews
sound
a
like
whole
that?
pot. Kinda, yeah. He was very
Nice.
excited to have somebody to talk to. But
Awesome.
so we were just chilling in there. He was complaining to me about stuff, and I said I just moved from Erie, and he's like, "No way, I'm from Pittsburgh, dude. That's crazy." So we had that
Wow.
in common, and he just gave me the coffee for free.
Right
Wow.
on.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't very good though. He brewed it too strong.
Too strong.
Yeah.
Are you more of a light or dark roast guy?
I
Do you like
feel
the
I'm a
breakfast
light.
blend, or the Sumatra?
I like the breakfast blend more.
They
Yeah,
say
the
there's
dark.
actually less caffeine in the dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, but I don't know. I like the bitter. I don't like any sweetness in my coffee. I want it to be
I like
bitter and
a
rich, like dark
Wide
chocolate.
variety. I'm
When-
good with
when
the bitter.
Like when I
it's,
say- What's this now?
what-
Henry,
What
I
were you
think
saying?
you might have a little bit of connection problems.
Oh, I was just gonna say that when it's light, I don't feel like it's sweet. I just feel like it tastes not as bad.
Yeah, you just don't have an advanced palate.
I don't know. I have a pretty advanced palate according
maybe
to coffee.
for like sauces or something, but
I
Do
don't
you think the
trust
word-
Hunter's burger palate. That's for sure.
What do you mean you don't trust my burger palate?
I don't know, dude. Not after the Austin trip.
did you hate on the
Oh.
Whataburger?
No,
No,
Hunter
but-
liked Whataburger.
There's this fucking place that Austin jerks off over called P. Terry's, and it's good. It's fine, but it's like
Terry's.
it's
The
not
local
as
place.
good as
Okay.
Whataburger. Or I'm sorry, not Whataburger. It's way better than Whataburger. Whataburger kind of sucks.
Oh
wasn't-
gosh. Well,
You know.
we have a lot of people upset now.
You just
People like
upset all of
Whataburger?
Texas.
I've never had it, but I would be honored to try.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's-
Whataburger is like slightly better Burger King, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah. I'd say that.
So you're saying In-N-Out is better than Whataburger?
Yes, and
I
P.
don't-
Terry.
I don't like In-N-Out though. It's the mustard. It's the pickles. It's the
It's
bread.
It's the mustard.
Goes on
It's the
burger.
pickles. All right, well, you guys want to hop into this Johnny?
Yeah, you can trust my food takes. I think that's one of the only things I have. But
Let's hop
P.
into
Terry's
it,
was
and then I
good,
get up and
but
get
it
another.
wasn't. Whoa!
Bada boom.
Looked like Jake's laptop was like halfway through being shifted through an interdimensional portal.
Yeah, I feel like we're watching Interstellar right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much have the production value of Interstellar.
Jake, you're our gun.
What do you have your setup on that you're pushing out and sliding in?
Oh,
It's a
okay. I'll
stand-up
show you.
desk.
I'll show you guys the setup. Okay, this is like a studio tour. Maybe we'll put this at like 150 speed or something.
This is BFF
So-
Unreleased.
So this, I
let's
don't know
bet.
what my camera can catch. So I got my two soft boxes here. My little tray. Little tray is for the laptop. This is the chair, and then I got the beer table over here, and that's the setup. You know, bada boom,
Sweet.
Nice.
bada bang.
Very cool.
Very nice. Very dope.
We appreciate the effort that you put into it.
Yeah, I mean, if I have the resources for minimal effort, might as well.
For sure.
It's fair.
But all right, if you guys want to hop into it, before we talk football, I would like to say that today on Wednesday, February 9th, the Bro Football Focus YouTube page is currently sitting at 95 subscribers.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, that's
We
surprising.
have almost burst through the 100 subscriber fucking
That's awesome.
strategy. Yeah. So
Well,
do
because
we
that
need
means
to
it's
monetize?
not just our friends. Because I don't have 95 friends. I have
Yeah,
about
Yeah.
exactly. What do we need to get monetized? Was it like 1,000 or something?
to
It was-
get monetized. You need to have 10,000 followers and consistently like 20,000 views or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
so many
Yeah, like-
hours of views a month or something.
Like I can't even. Yeah, that's what it is. Like 2,000 hours a month, and then like 10,000 followers or something. But maybe like 5,000 subscribers. But
we
yeah, like I can't
we-
even monetize Appy on
here.
YouTube, and we're a worldwide company.
yeah, well, Jake, we're trying to be a little bigger than.
yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, thank you to all of you 95 subscribers. I know that a lot of you are just our friends that we've asked to do it and probably have never watched a video since. But either way, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
For all you people we don't know who are coming on this journey with us to listen to our takes and whatnot, we appreciate you too.
Most definitely.
And when we get to 100 subscribers, you ready for this?
I feel like Hunter's gonna say Jake will do.
That's
Jake
exactly
will make
what
a
I-
shirt.
yeah.
That Jake, you're exactly on it. So when we hit 100 subscribers. I don't know if we can identify who the 100th subscriber is, but if we can't, we'll just say one of our 100 subscribers will get the first official Bro Football Focus t-shirt, of course, made by Jake.
Yeah.
So-
So which one would it be? If we had to make one official shirt, the first one.
Oh,
I
I
can't
think
sue a hologram. That's a great.
I think if we made one BFF shirt to give people, I would want it to be hot beef injection.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you got to do just one of the classic ones.
true.
Yeah, like Tommy Lorena's Arabian Front. That's like it's a little too esoteric.
Yeah, that maybe we put that on like a hat or something.
See, if we
Yeah,
put
Or that would be a good as a koozie.
they're not testing for pussy juice out, people aren't going to be wearing that in public. So we need
no, they
something.
would.
Maybe
They
to the
would.
clubs.
Yeah.
There's rapscallions out there who
And they wear it to the strip club, so when the strippers they see like, okay, this guy wants the
Yeah.
juice. Yeah,
Pay the strippers to wear it, and then
true.
give someone an extra minute on their
Yep.
lap dance if
Yep.
they
Yep.
subscribe.
you can.
Now
I'm
we
gonna
have like
say
stripper
something.
mercenaries out there.
Yeah.
This next thing I'm going to say, Jake, you can either cut out or not. Your choice.
I'm probably gonna cut a lot. It's been about 20 minutes. We haven't talked a single thing of football yet. So,
This is what the viewers.
but I'm
like.
keeping
This
that
is
part
what
in.
it does. But listen, the shirt thing is a ruse. You don't have to make a shirt. We're not really doing it.
Okay, I
Well,
might only keep that part in.
Yeah. But nobody's ever gonna know. So
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
But okay, so into football. Pro Bowl.
Fuck it, we'll
happened.
keep it
I
all
didn't
in, I don't
watch
care.
any of it. I was
Yeah.
working. Did you guys watch the Pro Bowl at all?
Well, first of all, did you say it's the episode 64, the Richie Incognito episode?
That's what it says up here. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure we get that through.
Yeah.
'Cause I
So
I'm
love
pretty
this
sure
shit.
there was a pretty intense comeback in the dodgeball, from what I heard.
I watched the dodgeball and I watched the skills challenge, but not the actual Pro Bowl.
Okay.
But I believe Justin Jefferson did the classic move where he's the last guy left and he's versus three people and he just drops all the balls. And he's obviously has amazing hands and he was just catching them. And it's like
Oh,
you can't throw those soft, squishy balls hard enough
Yeah.
for a guy with real hands. They're gonna
Yeah.
catch it.
Yeah.
You got to use
Yeah, no,
the
that's-
fucking rubber, merciless, like killer balls.
I think they need to have the dodgeball before every regular season game. You play the team first in dodgeball and then in football, or maybe vice versa. Once the game is over, so there's a little bit of,
You do that
Blood in the
instead of
water.
coin toss.
or just do that instead of the football game. Just dodgeball.
Yeah.
The
that would be
dodgeball
good.
is entertaining
Damn,
But-
that would be sweet. Whoever wins the dodgeball thing, the next day is who starts off with that is the coin toss.
for the Pro
Yeah.
Bowl. They don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about.
Or maybe
the Pro
that's the new
Bowl.
overtime rules.
Did you guys
The new
even
overtime
see-
rules just go in dodgeball.
That would be fun. That would be cool. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes got strip out of their gear real quick.
Dude, they would have just strictly professional dodgeball players just ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. They got the dodgeball team. They haven't
So-
been out all season.
The like I said, I didn't watch the Pro Bowl, but I've been seeing like the current Twitter narrative is how
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl's not cool and it just gets people injured and whatnot, and that it should be flag football. I kind of agree with that. I think they should switch it to flag. I think the game would be a lot more interesting and exciting
Yeah.
if they were playing flag football.
Yeah,
Because
but
it
don't
just-
you think
it-
that's an injustice to the hosses? Because you're taking
No.
out the need for the hosses, and now there will be no more Pro Bowl, whatever, like
Well,
8-time
Jake-
Pro Bowl hosses.
I don't know if you've ever played at the Family First flag football leagues, but
I played one game.
full contact hosses. So pancakes, Old Russian.
I think there's plenty of
Hospital.
room for the hosses, but I just
Okay.
think I'd rather see people actually chasing each other down than like Mac Jones bouncing off a guy and then the guy just gives up. Mac Jones
Yep.
runs like 60 yards and does it.
Well, I think that's just Mac because Mac Jones is just so good. I
Yeah.
think they did really try their best, and he's just too nice.
Yeah.
That he's got away. He's a fast
Yeah,
guy.
you're probably right. I will say, even when he's running, he still has like the same form that he did with his like draft walk up where he
Yeah.
walks like a penguin. It's just like faster. It's really funny.
Yeah, he's not super fast.
There's something about how he moves his elbows when he walks that it just looks awkward. It doesn't look right.
Yeah. But all right. Well, Pro Bowl.
Maybe we
done.
can make that the game. If you guys are
What?
down for a quick audible, if you think you can think on your feet, maybe we make the game top 3 things we wish were a Pro Bowl activity.
Jake, I like that a lot, but I also have a really good list lined up for what.
I don't know. Me too. Okay, we'll do
Wait,
that.
what
next
was the
episode.
first? What's the game supposed to be?
Oh my god!
I don't even know.
Well, I'll just beep this part so we don't spoil it. But it will be top 3 people who could host the most wings.
Oh, for God's sake! In the NFL,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, in the
What
fucking
else?
MLB.
Bull, not Matt Shore.
Dude, I have a dishonorable mention that relates to that. But
That's so funny.
back into it, magical cross wipe or whatever we're gonna do here. Pro Bowl's
Star
over.
Wars wipe.
Yes, we need a bunch of Star Wars wipes. Speaking of which, did you guys watch the last Boba Fett today?
Not the new
no.
episode.
It's good, but I have a lot to say about it. I would like to
Okay.
talk to you guys about it when you watch it. But okay, we don't have to talk about it. Pro Bowl's over. Next thing football wise we got going on, obviously the Super Bowl. Jake, we didn't get to hear what you had to think about Bengals Rams. What do you think about the matchup?
Well, I gotta say, let's roll the clock back. I'm
Yeah.
having my dad live text me while I'm walking around Vegas because I can't watch the game. You know, Hulu's not going to let me stream all the bullshit while I'm just hopping around town. The service
Yeah,
is horrible because everyone's there. So he's live texting me the game. And I didn't really care about the Rams 49ers, but obviously cared about Bengals Chiefs. And then we get to the Venetian. And the second floor of the Venetian is like you're outside. The ceiling is painted as like clouds. There's a fucking gondola on the second floor with full water and shit. It's crazy. And then from afar, I see way down because all these casinos connect. You can walk like a mile in different casinos and never go outside.
Yeah.
And so I see way far down, I'm like, oh shit, that's a TV with the game on. And I just started beeline. And because like we had met with a dude who used to work at Appion, we're just kind of shooting the shit. I was like, oh my God, game's on. Let's fucking roll. So we just like skipped the host stand, just walked straight up to the bar and just grabbed like all the beers we could. And we're just sitting there watching it. And it was right at the fourth quarter. And so I got to see all the action right at the very end. And I was flipping titties in this restaurant, casino, bar, square. I don't even fucking, it was a hybrid of many things. But I was extremely happy that the Bengals won, especially after the whole Brittany Champagne video. I was like, oh man.
Man.
But yeah, no, it was awesome. It was awesome. So now we are Bengals Rams. I want the Bengals to win. And keyword is want. But and this is just because this will be 2 times in a row that it'll be home team advantage win if the Rams win. And I feel like there will be a lot of time, unnecessary time spent on like, oh, should there be some kind of rule where like if the home team is going to the Super Bowl and like they can't, but and it's just going to be a lot of wasted time on stuff that probably will never happen. I think the Rams are going to win. I do. But I think it'll be close. And I really want the Bengals to win. That would be really fucking awesome. But
Yeah. Well, when you give
But yeah.
your score here for the game, also give us not only who you think the X Factor will be, but who you think the Super Bowl MVP will be.
okay. I'll do
Who
the
gets
X.
the trip, who's going to Disney. Don't do X, do SB MVP. Oh, no. Just like the person who wins the MVP of the Super Bowl is the X Factor. You know?
I mean, not necessarily. I feel like the quarterbacks get an unfair advantage in the MVP because they're a quarterback. You know?
Oh, some Strandies
true.
win MVP sometimes.
Yeah. One time
So-
Malcolm Smith won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'll throw this in there. All right. Bengals, Rams, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think the Rams will have 24 points.
24 whole points. Wow.
24, and the Bengals will have 21. 24-21 Rams.
Close game, butt clincher. I like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
You think the halftime show is going to be good?
Oh yeah, if I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think it will be good. I think it
Yeah.
will be good. It'll be fun to
I don't
watch.
know. I think it's going to be not good because there's like Snoop Dogg and Kendrick Lamar, who obviously are good, but I think like Kendrick Lamar is probably going to get like one or two songs, and it's just going to be like his hits.
Yeah.
And then I think it's just going to be a lot of Missy Elliott.
What about Eminem?
I don't care about Eminem.
Yeah, well, I mean, even it'll be fun. It's not going to be best show ever,
Oh yeah,
and unless for some reason Kendrick Lamar drops new music, which I don't see happening.
that would be really
That'd be
cool. Or
awesome.
if
That'd be
it's
fucking
like-
awesome.
I don't think he would, just because it's not just like him. Like it's like 4 people performing.
Yep.
But speaking of Snoop Dogg, I have a funny anecdote. So I was
I
wearing
thought
this.
the hat was related to Snoop Dogg.
He sent me this as a gift.
I was wearing this hat the other day. I went to the drive-through, and first I was going to Zaxby's, and it was like 9:30. Went to the drive-through, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, "We don't have any food." And I was like, "What do you mean you don't have any food?" She's like, "All we have are chicken tenders, no boneless or traditional." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll just take some tenders." And she goes, "No, we don't have tenders. We only have traditional." And I'm like, "Wait a second. You just told me the opposite. What food do you have? What don't you have?" She's like, "We only have traditional wings." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I don't want traditional wings." So I left Zaxby's and I go to Popeyes. Notoriously bad service, and it's like half an hour before they close. So I'm like, I'm not going to be
Such a
treated well. I
wrong
don't know
move.
if this food is going to be good. So I have this hat on, and this hat is kind of small. So unless I like yank it down, sometimes it just kind of rides up like that. And I have this poof right here. So I order in Popeyes. I pull up to the window, and obviously my hat is like this. And there's 2 nice ladies at the window, and one is talking to me, getting my card and stuff, but the other one is just like standing next to her, and she's like kind of trying to whisper to her, and she clearly thinks I can't hear her, because she just goes, "Who's that little boy think he is? Fucking Snoop Dogg or something with that hat?" And I just look at the one lady, and I'm just like, "Hi, yeah, thanks, yeah, thank you, all right, have a good night." So
You
that
should have
was
played some Snoop Dogg out.
You should have
the
said 1,
speakers.
2, 3, and
Three into the-
Oh.
yeah. No, it was just funny. But I was I think I was listening to the new 2 Chainz album, which I think is good. Not as good as the last one, but better.
There's a new
than-
new?
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I
Oh,
think.
whoa. Wow.
Nope, don't
what
tell
a
itself.
treat.
It's
Wow,
good.
you hear that? Oh,
Jake,
she didn't.
one
Apparently
of
2
the
Chainz
songs.
just dropped a new album. 2
No,
weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago. It was not dressed.
Cool. It was more dressed than the other people.
Jake was in Vegas. He has no idea what happened the past 2
Yeah. I
There
didn't
is a
zone him.
song that samples the beat of Laffy Taffy.
It's good. The beat is fine.
Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Donda 2 as well. If it's produced by Future, it's probably
Yeah,
gonna be
I
hot
doubt
fire.
that'll happen.
It'll probably be
Yeah.
delayed.
Yeah, but either way, the 2 Chainz is good. Not as good as the last one. But
So-
back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Oh.
either way. X Factor MVP, I think they're gonna give it to Aaron Donald.
Wow.
Beep, beep.
Aaron Donald.
I don't think he's going to pop up on the stat sheet enough to justify that.
Interesting.
I think he probably will be if the Rams win, but they don't really look at QB pressures for that. No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're fucking making shit happen, there's no way to avoid it, you know?
He's going up against the Bengals line. He could have 10 sacks.
But like, he's going to feast. Von Miller's going to feast. Leonard Floyd's going to feast. Like, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Joe
Think
Burrow.
Jalen Ramsey's gonna feast, or do you think Jamar Chase is gonna dice him up?
Jalen Ramsey. It's like I said with the Mike Evans game. Like, Jalen Ramsey is going to lock Jamar Chase down the whole time, There's going to be one big play where Jalen Ramsey's like out of place or slips up, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh,
And he's like, oh, the safety fucked up.
60-yard touchdown!" Blah. But literally every other play, Jalen Ramsey's going to be on him like glue, and I guarantee it right now. There will be one athletic Jalen Ramsey interception where none of him is on the ground while he catches the ball.
Fair.
Damn.
See, I know I already told you guys, but for the viewers, Jalen Ramsey is in the new Jackass Forever movie. And one, that's the most I've ever talked during a movie in the theater ever. Because like it was just so much fun and hilarious and gross and great. But it's in the first like 3 minutes you see him. And like he like hops out of the car, like oh no, he has a helmet already off, but he hops out and I was like, wait, what the fuck, Jalen Ramsey? And then he just like puts the helmet on and just like fucks this dude up. Just like
That's
full sprint,
awesome.
just spears this dude into like a fruit stand. And
Was
I
it
like,
John
what the
Brankus?
fuck? No, it was not John
Ah.
Brankus.
Probably Dave England.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was so much fun. The beginning like opening scene was really great.
I hope
Well,
it
yeah,
wasn't
no,
me,
it was fun to see. It wasn't Wee Man. It was fun to see.
What would you husky paw it?
I would husky paw that probably like a
Jake doing the full
4.1
version. Oh,
husky paws.
Wow.
I could tell.
I want to go see it
Yeah, you know, it's so much fun, dude. It's so much fun.
now.
And also because apparently when they like there was that initial break of Jackass, like these younger dudes started doing like even crazier shit, and they had those younger on like YouTube, and they had those younger guys like there, and they had even said in the thing they're like the old guys are passing the torch onto the new guys, essentially saying like you guys are the new Jackass,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
there's this one dude, his nickname is Poopies, because apparently he was wakeboarding in shark infested waters and a shark attacked him and bit him and he shit his pants and everyone's like, haha, your new name is Poopies. Like
In
crazy.
a court of law, he would have been well within his rights to murder that shark.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Self-defense.
Well, especially in shark law, that's not even a question.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Shark law is weird. Shark law is weirder than maritime law, which is
Yeah.
already crazy.
It's
But-
like maritime law with more tax exemptions. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
Sharks pay no taxes at all.
That's why it's confusing.
We should put that on
It's-
a shirt.
Fucked, yeah. Sharks don't pay taxes. That is weird.
I'll slap her in.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Give me your opinions, guys.
Yeah, Austin, what do you think about this Super Bowl, this SB?
I think this one, I feel like the Bengals have been just destined to be in the Super Bowl for like weeks now. And you can just tell like how much they were giving like Joe Burrow press conferences, or they're making up, oh, like Joe Burrow, like all this stuff, making all these tweets about him and stuff. Like, I feel like they're destined to win, but I'm really not liking the fact that Joe Burrow's already in the Super Bowl and Josh Allen hasn't been in there yet. And I wish the Bills are fucking in there. So I'm going to be a hater and I'm going to say that the Rams are going to win 37
Oh, wow.
to 35. I think it's going to be one of those games where there's no defense and none of the defenders matter.
That's nuts.
Interesting.
That's crazy, dude.
You don't think it'll be back and forth?
No.
Matt
CJ
Stafford,
Uzomah is playing on one leg. He's gonna play
I
with
know.
two legs. not
I
playing
think Jalen might get torched 2 or 3 times for touchdowns.
one. Okay.
I think I don't think he's seen this kind of athlete before. Jamar is like a young Randy Moss minus some athleticism. But I also really want Matt Stafford to get a Super Bowl because he's been one of my favorite quarterbacks forever. And the Lions they wasted Barry Sanders. They wasted Calvin Johnson. But at least give Matt Stafford a chip. You know, he's put in the time.
Yeah,
So
Joe
who's
Burrow
your
has
MVP?
plenty of time.
Is
Plenty.
it Matt Stafford?
My X factor?
No, your MVP. Your
Oh,
Super
my-
Bowl MVP.
My MVP, I'm gonna say Cooper Cup because honestly, took him in fantasy, rode him all the way to the Super Bowl, and I just want him to go out on top as the MVP. And I could
Did
see
you
him.
guys see that apparently Cooper's Cup Cooper Cup's dad was in a fantasy league, and him and his buddies, like his buddies would all give him the benefit of the doubt and give him Cooper Cup because he was a son. After
Yeah.
this season, apparently they declared they're no longer giving him the benefit of the doubt. So he will have to hopefully win his own son in the fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm using him as one of my keepers, so I will have him again. And
Oh,
Josh
nice.
Allen
Nice.
and Jonathan Taylor.
In your dynasty league.
Yeah.
Don't
Yep.
think
Trophy right here.
Cooper Cup is going to be MVP. I think Chidobe Awuzie is going to have no problem putting the clamps on him. Also, I think is Mike
Chidobe.
on the Bengals.
Mike Hughes.
Yeah, I think Mike Hughes. if
Mike
he's on the
Hilton.
Bengals. Yeah, one of those Mikes. is
Hunter,
gonna be locked down.
Hold up. Do you
And
know
then I also
Eli
think-
Apple is on the
I was
Bengals?
going to say, I also think Eli Apple is just going to be running around that whole backfield. And if the Bengals were to win, I think Eli would get the Super Bowl. MVP.
I saw like a meme that was like, Lord, forgive Cooper Cup for what he's about to do to Eli Apple or something like that. And then I was like, I could see fucking like all this shit that they're talking on Eli Apple. I could see him just like getting like 2 pick sixes and just,
You didn't finish what the meme said.
what did it say?
It said, forgive Cooper Cup for what he's going to do to Eli Apple in Black History Month.
Oh yeah, in Black History Month as well. And it's I also saw some stuff that like after the Brian Flores thing, like, oh, Black History Month off to a good start. Like, that was like the first day of the month. The whole
You
fire.
mean
The whole,
You can always rely on the
Oscar.
memes to be
Yeah.
there, you know?
Rumor has it the NFL told the Texans they couldn't hire Josh McCown and they had to hire Lovie Smith.
yeah,
Stop that.
yeah.
But
Sorry, that demand was to Echo, not to you.
yeah, I thought so. But all right.
I'm like, Hunter, stop that talk.
I'm in the same boat as you, where I am officially on the downswing of the Joe Burrow. I know we talked about it a few weeks ago where he was up and coming, and it was great to see the youngster with swag and the whatnot. But now I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. He's too good now, and I want him to fail.
Yeah,
So-
get out of there.
Hunter is a
But
hater.
even if we take that away, if we take out my hating Silky Johnson tendencies completely out of here, I think just looking at the matchups on paper, I think this is pretty easily a Rams victory. I don't think anything on the Bengals offensive line can stack up with what the Rams are going to
Wow.
be bringing. Like, no way, Jose. And I don't think the Bengals defense is going to be able to really do anything to the Rams offense, which is like just starting to click. So
Yeah. It's hard to tell though, because the Bengals defense kind of like held the Chiefs the whole third and fourth quarters. Like, I don't think they scored. Did they score after the halftime?
listen. Everybody, they found the blueprint to stop Patrick Mahomes last year. Everybody's been using it. Nobody's got a blueprint on Matt Stafford and Odell. Okay.
The Pad Stafford, as they
Yeah.
call
Oh my
him.
God.
So
Stat that.
Yeah, Pad Stafford. He's
Yeah.
good for at least 1 or 2 picks in critical situations.
I don't know about that.
I've seen
But
a
he's
couple Lions Matt Stafford plays throughout the season.
I think the Rams are going to win, and I think they're going to win pretty handedly. I don't think the score is going to be crazy high. I think it's going to be a pretty defensive battle. So I think the Rams are going to win 27
Mhm. To 0.
Just shut him out.
to 24. And the Super Bowl MVP will be Matthew Stafford.
Wow.
Maddie. He deserves it.
Yeah, for sure. He's a cool dude. Saw him at the old Presque Isle one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He threw
no,
a
I
hot dog in
remember.
Hunter's mouth.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But
I
now
hope that
we're
dude like went
of-
out that night and was like, "Yeah, some people think I look like Matt Stafford, but you know,
I
whatever."
bet he did. Yeah, totally.
Threw a
But
hot dog into
now-
someone's mouth one time.
I didn't even throw it. It was just for a pick.
Yeah.
Now that we're out of the A block here,
Is that
Tom
some
Brady.
news terms?
no, it's just,
The old A block.
I mean, I guess. I don't
I've
know.
never heard that in my life.
Yeah, I haven't either. It's either a news thing or a Jacksonville thing.
Sorry, guys. I guess my production mindset is just, opting
Hunter's
in.
always on the clock. They call him Hunter on the clock phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Hunter on the clock. I like that. But
And that's your like 2-minute segment just about different kinds of clocks.
Yeah. Hunter's just saying it real fast, trying to get it all in.
yeah, we should
The time's
definitely
ticking.
implement that when we get over 100 subs and get monetized.
I will say this train track is like doing one of these. It's just like
That's all right. That's what it's all about. They love it when
Yeah.
it's loosey-goosey. That's
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's why we're.
They love it.
We've been looking at the analytics. We don't even like it when we talk about football.
the AI
Dude.
says you guys love when we don't talk about anything.
They just like the jib jab. Okay.
Yeah. They're just like background
Oh
noise. dude.
fuck.
But it was funny looking at the analytics and seeing like, oh, this many people are over the age of 40. This many people are over the age of 50. This many people are over the age of 65. It's like 13% of like several
I fucking
thousand
love it.
views.
Our primary demographic is boomers.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
And it's all that NFL is rigged clip.
Yeah,
We got to go
I-
through the comments on there because
I was
there's
like-
hundreds of comments and they are fucking like these people have some
Oh.
good points and then some of them are just hilarious. Like,
Next episode, because I'm assuming it will be our centennial episode.
yeah.
We should definitely isolate a few comments on the video and talk to some people and shout them out, get some community interaction and whatnot.
Yeah.
Especially that guy who is trying to say that I've been vaccinated like 8 times.
I'm not gonna lie, there was like
What?
3 or 4 comments that were disparaging to Hunter for some reason.
Dude, this is fantastic.
I don't even-
What did the other ones say?
I can't say it on air. You gotta look, dude.
Just bleep it out. What did they
No.
say?
No, I can't. I gotta go back and find it, dude.
Yeah, I'm
fantastic.
curious.
No, I can't. Hold on.
Say it. What video is it in?
It's in the NFL's rigged one. Look, you gotta go through the comments. There's so many comments. I was just going through the other day and just reading them all.
Any publicity is bad or good publicity.
Yeah. Now we'll go through it. We'll go through it on the
What did they
next.
say?
No, I can't even remember what they were. There was just
You had enough of a something to be like there was something disparaging. What was
oh my god. I'm pretty sure one of them was just like, who's the soy boy on the left? But there was some
Oh,
other
fuck.
one. There was like 3 or 4 of them that I found, but I can't even remember the other ones.
That's crazy, dude. Because
Yeah,
I'm
right here.
on
Who's,
my,
who's the soy boy on the left part of the screen from Rod Blackman? That's fucking hilarious.
dude,
Rod
Rod Blackman. Shout out to you. That's crazy. You obviously don't watch the show because since I've moved, I've been taking a severely far right turn, bro.
If we went way back to like the Cole Beasley vaccine debates, like I feel like you would get torn apart by these guys. in this
Get rid of
comment.
Hunter and you might get more than 85 subscribers. That kid is pretty thick.
Oh my god.
Wait, Jake, what did the last part say?
It says that kid is pretty thick, like THICK. I think he means in the head.
Oh,
And then it was
that is cool.
liked by somebody. This is
What if
high
you saw
impact.
it-
Said that. That's
what if you
fucking
saw it and it said-
hilarious, dude.
Said Austin liked it. I was like, yeah. There's another one that says
fuck,
something
dude.
ridiculous.
This is hilarious.
I'm the heel of the cast.
Just on this clip. This clip, I was just reading an analytic part of it, and it said,
This is right here from NJB 7 days ago. Hunter probably has all 8 booster shots.
yeah, that's,
Dude, people
that-
are hating on you so bad.
I saw that one and I was dying, dude. And I sent it to Hunter. But it says on the analytics,
Oh,
it says
fuck.
61% of viewers are still watching at around the 30-second mark, which is below typical or something like that. So it's like people are only watching like 30 seconds of that
That's
thing
so funny.
and just comment.
They watch 30 seconds. They're like, "Fuck Hunter."
I didn't even say anything in the first 30 seconds.
Oh fuck, that is so.
Instead of a community comment section, we might just need like a piling on me segment where we go through the comments, which I'm fine with.
The
Just a
Hunter hate
roast.
segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I love
Yeah.
alliteration.
I mean,
man.
I deserve it for how much hate I put out there. I'm all for it. That's awesome.
That's fucking
So thank you,
hilarious.
everybody who's commented and interacted. Maybe one of Austin, do you still have the guy who called me a soy boy? What's his name?
Let me see.
Something Blackman.
Rod
No,
Blackman.
sorry. That's not him.
I can't find it.
Oh yeah, it is Rod Blackman. Hey Rod.
All right. Well, Rod Blackman, keep watching, keep commenting, keep liking and subscribing and whatnot, and you might have yourself a free fucking t-shirt, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. What if Rob Blackman is really just one of our diehard viewers? He just can't get enough of it.
That'd be awesome. But all right, back to football. Tom Brady retired last week, but there's already like some, is he not? He said maybe. He's not.
Listen, this is the same, was Trump before, then it was COVID, and now no one really cares about both of those. And so Tom Brady, anything that has Tom Brady is guaranteed clicks. So when people are like,
Yeah.
fuck, he retired, and that kind of buzz went away, everyone's like, yeah, he retired, we get it. Then people are like, but he might come back. And it's just like click, 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 click.
Honestly, I think I said it last time all three of us were together on the podcast that once Tom Brady spends a little time with the kids and he sees the grass isn't always greener on the other side, he's going to come crawling back to the NFL. And I think, maybe he comes back maybe for a different team. Maybe he comes back to the Bucks, but I think he's got to play one more season. He always said he's going to play till he's 45. So I don't know why you did 1 year before.
To your point, he's going to be spending time with the kids. Someone had said, the tweet of, oh, now I can't say that I'm the Tom Brady of being a good dad, and that Tom has said, no, you're good. Essentially, I'm a bad father anyways.
Yeah.
So he's just going to spend more time with his kids and be like, oh shit, these kids suck. Like, I'd rather get CTE than spend time with these fucking losers. So he might go back. Who knows?
That video where Tom Brady like jukes out his son in the backyard where they're just practicing.
Cold-blooded, dude.
He looks like a nerd. So I wouldn't be
totally.
That kid's been getting kissed on the mouth on live TV for 10, 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, he probably has a fucking Webkins. Like, that kid's lame.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who I think have webkins, CJ Uzomah, he hurt his knee, his MCL more specifically, in the AFC Championship game. But when they won, he comes out on the podium, rips the fucking brace off, and said, "No way, I'm not playing in the Super Bowl." Maybe just keep the brace on and just wait it out. And
that's some Forrest Gump shit right there.
Yeah, I don't think you rip the brace off that's holding your ligaments
together. Hunter, how do you know his trainer's like, oh, you don't even need that brace anymore, like a couple days before this happened?
True, and he was planning on it.
Austin, are you looking at the video? It happened like after the game.
Oh, that's immediately
Hunter,
after
the NFL is rigged, dude. Don't you get it?
No,
that was all planned in the script.
I think this is like one of the interviews, like the hometown media day.
I gotcha. Yeah, because the championship game was in Kansas City. You're right.
I think it's all just theatrics. But as our resident knee expert, do you suspect that CJ Uzomah might be underperforming in this game due to this?
Yeah, not only do I think he's going to be underperforming, but just from a sports psychology standpoint, when he's playing, he's going to be thinking about it every single play. And even if it's not impacting him on a physical level, which it will be because it will be.
Yeah.
That just like mental, like extra thought and not being 100% tuned in, I think it's going to fuck him up. And I
Yeah.
mean, you would hate to see him being this big, oh, I'm playing in a Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. And then like first play, Leonard Floyd just comes in and fucks his knee up and then it's done.
And he's a tall guy, and I've seen him get tabletopped a couple times.
Yeah.
But
So
Yeah, being tall
Jalen-
is not a good thing unless you're a receiver or a corner.
yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, athletic, no part of him on the ground interception prediction from me. And I'm also going to throw it out. We hate to speculate on injury and all that stuff, but I'm going to be predicting a CJ Uzama MCL furthering.
Explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very unfortunate.
Jake, you want to go ahead and put the cake up to the camera so we can get a good view of what this vegetarian cake looks like?
That was made with cauliflower, you said?
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it has like a little chocolate mousse up here, 2 layers. Listen,
Seems like Jake's the
usually,
source, not vegan.
well, here's the thing. One, you get to eat more when it's a little bit healthier for you. So we do it for just strictly mass consumption. But also, usually when I go into Whole Foods, it's just like, all right, I can just tell everybody in here has stinky pussy. That's just how Whole Foods works. But they sell Liquid Death and they have really good desserts. So
Everywhere sells Liquid Death. But I will say, Jake,
Not
normally I would be worried about you saying something like that, just disparaging a whole gender. But according to the analytics, girls don't watch our show.
Yeah,
So
there's zero girls.
we say whatever we want about females. I personally am a big female fan.
yeah, me too. And listen, I'm not just talking about female pussies either. I'm just saying
Whole
if you
Foods.
shop there, yeah. Because if
There-
you just want all natural, then you just go to Sprouts. The Sprouts doesn't have that I'm a healthy person clout that Whole Foods does.
So if stinky puss, if grocery stores had a stinky pussy 1 to 10 scale, where would you place Whole Foods and where would you place like Trader Joe's?
Oh, jeez.
10
Whole
being the
Foods.
stinkiest.
Whole Foods is a 10. Trader Joe's is a 9.9.
Where's Aldi's?
Aldi's is like a 1. Maybe
Okay.
even a
Do
0.3.
you guys know that Aldi's and Trader Joe's are the same company?
Really?
Yeah.
could see
So
it.
I believe
Not-
back in the day,
Not in the psyche of America.
Yeah, not to the crowd.
back in the day in Germany, the fucking Aldi brothers or whatever were running their dad's store. And one of them was like, hey, I think we should sell tobacco in our store. And then the other one was like, no, I don't think we should. And then they're like, oh, maybe we should just make different stores. So the 2 different brothers, one made Whole Foods, or one made Trader Joe's and one made Aldi's.
See, Trader Joe's is just way more hip to the young crowd.
But it's ass. It's so overhyped. We'll save that for our grocery store podcast.
Yeah.
But
Which we talk a lot about grocery stores. We need to get that thing up and running.
yeah, we should get sponsored by all the grocery stores.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like King
And,
Supers, where you can get everyday deals on all your favorite products.
Yeah.
Isn't King Supers where that shooting just happened a while ago?
A King Supers, yeah.
Lightning
Boulder.
doesn't strike twice in the same spot often.
True.
No. But before we get a supermarket sponsor, I definitely want to get sponsored by Jubes or whatever that music device Jake has.
Listen, okay, so Jubes is a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Jube. And they're flavored in, grape, apple, other flavors. Very fun. But this is Orba by Artiphone.
Yes. Orba.
I would love a sponsor from Artiphone or Jubes. I would be ecstatic.
Even if it's just $20.
Imagine that.
literally
we
$1
all just
per
had-
episode.
We each just in the corner of our screen had a bag of Jubes just sitting there the whole time.
We're
Just
just
send me
tossing them down.
free Jubes and I'll do the ad.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want free
Don't you hate when your candy isn't gelatinous and cubic?
and wet?
In what?
Don't you
Yeah.
want all your food to look like it came from Blade Runner? No, there's Jubes.
You want to be unsure if you have to put this in the fridge or not.
Coming in great flavors like the slightest hint of grape.
But
They were pretty fire.
Speaking of things that are pretty fire, you guys remember Harambe?
Never
Yeah.
forget.
Never
Yeah,
forget.
Who couldn't? Well, as we all know, Harambe was murdered at the Cincinnati Zoo in 2016. So, newly acquired defensive end Sam Hubbard of the Bengals says the team wants to win the Super Bowl for Harambe.
Yeah. And if you could go back into 2016 and you have the same headline, it's doing numbers, I feel like. But
Well, see-
nowadays, not so much.
2016, Sam Hubbard is 26 years old. So he was 20. This is prime impressionable age. He was in college when Harambe died. So
Yeah.
he was on the front lines of, cultural change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's our
probably.
age, pretty much.
He probably had a
Mhm.
sign up in his frat house about Harambe.
Yeah, absolutely. He was
He
probably,
probably would-
yelling tits out for Harambe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's out for Harambe.
Yeah. Strictly out of
Probably-
respect, obviously.
He probably even said dicks out for Harambe a few times.
His
He
dick
does look
may
like
have
a,
been out for Harambe.
He does look like a Carl Nassib type.
Let's Google,
I don't know about that.
was Sam Hubbard's dick out for Harambe?
Yeah. What if we unearthed like some sketchy tweets from 2016?
Does anyone have any cream for my dry dick? It's been out for Harambe for the last 25 years.
You see that on the internet, on the Twitter?
No, it was unconfirmed sources, so I really don't want to be spreading, misinformation.
Yeah.
We make our money on unconfirmed sources.
Yeah.
Listen, we don't got to tell people that.
We will.
They don't call us
uh,
unconfirmed source Jake for nothing.
yeah. So we got Harambe. Stephen A. Smith said if Justin Jefferson played in a warmer city, he'd average over 2,000 receiving yards. People are giving him crap because the Vikings play inside. I don't think that's a big of a deal. I kind of think Stephen A. Smith was talking more like if he lived in like a Miami, he would be having more fun like on the reg. So he'd just be in a better mood, thus playing better. So I don't know why people are giving him so much shit, but whatever.
Well, they do say the amount of sunlight you get directly correlates with your overall happiness.
yeah, so
you know.
if you're just in Minnesota, you're not getting any vitamin D.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have artificial tanning beds with vitamin D infusions.
Maybe.
see,
be
so like
like
Hunter was saying, in Miami is, party in the city when the heat is on, and the only thing about Minnesota is cold like Minnesota. So it's like polar opposites. They're almost
Yeah.
even polar express opposites. And yeah, I agree with Stephen A. Smith because that heating bill to keep that, and mind you, gorgeous stadium. That is an amazing
Beautiful.
building.
Beautiful.
But that's a big heating bill, So they may be doing like a couple wood burning furnaces or something, but it's not being warm enough like Miami.
Like, I've
Like
actually seen
Miami.
statistics, and you would be surprised, but the whole thing is heated by a baseboard heating system.
Yeah.
Some say the most efficient heating system out there.
Yeah.
It is.
State of
That's
the
why they
art.
did it. Because it's such a big place, they wanted to make it eco-friendly as well.
Yep.
They also use lead paint.
Yeah. You're just sitting in your chair and you just hear going on in the pipes. That's just the heating system kicking on.
Not the ghosts, the heating system.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of
yeah.
heating up, you guys
Yeah.
see the Texans hired Lovie Smith?
yeah, he looks like Santa.
He looks way cooler with a beard than without it, though.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people do.
I think Lovie Smith with a beard might be able to bring the Texans a championship.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. He could probably keep Deshaun with that
No.
Sean's
Sean's
Yeah.
never playing football again.
Huffy designated him as a keeper, so Huff probably has some
Listen,
knowledge
I
reading.
know Huff doesn't watch the show, so I can say this without fearing for dynasty implications, but Huffy's an idiot.
I'm looking on his bench. He's got TJ Hawkinson unprotected.
Yeah.
You might have the first overall pick might be spicy. I hope I don't lose
He's
Travis.
being
Kelce.
a dingleberry.
Yeah.
I mean, Huffy's going to school in Florida. That's not the only thing that's unprotected. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got other things to worry about.
Yeah. His identity. He's not using Norton LifeLock, so it is unprotected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did do a Norton dark web scan recently, though.
Oh, thank
and
God.
He,
I was worried.
he found out he is good right now.
Okay, good. But exactly for now. I mean, you can never be too safe unless you
The
have
dark web
Norton
is
LifeLock.
currently- Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Going back to what Hunter said earlier, they're kind of a lot of people were saying that maybe the Texans got a call, like because it sound like for weeks and weeks and weeks, it sounded like they were going to hire Josh McCown, which everyone was pissed about because I think he only coached high school football. So like, oh, why aren't you giving these black coaches a shot like Flores or no one was even talking about Lovie Smith, but they're like, why are you only interviewing Josh McCown who has no experience? McCown, like all these interviews kept happening. Then all of a sudden the Brian Flores, like racial, like the NFL's racist lawsuit thing comes out. And all of a sudden Lovie Smith gets hired as the coach. And it's like Roger Goodell's like, you guys got to hire somebody. You got to hire a minority.
Listen, you can't hire the guy who is currently fighting the organization. You can't hire that guy.
I think you're right. He might be blackballed because I probably would have hired him over Lovie Smith, but I think Lovie Smith is actually a good coach.
For sure. But like, I think we said it last week, and you guys can check it out in our NFL's racist clip. I lost my train of thought there.
Oh, no.
Hunter has an early onset dementia.
Apparently. Yeah, but no, you just can't hire the guy who is currently like in a legal battle with the organization.
But I thought what was funny is so all right, so that happens. So but also the Dolphins were catching all this flack for firing Brian Flores when he's good. So all of a sudden they hire Mike McDaniel, who I've been seeing clips of him all season giving goose at press conferences.
Dude, I love this guy.
Yeah, I thought he was a white guy, but they're all of a sudden saying that he is half black. So the Dolphins not only hire him, but now they're like, oh, we're not racist. We hired a multiracial coach, one of the few in the league. We're one of the non-racist coaches.
Yeah, and it's
organization.
Obviously, I don't know that guy's background, but like Slonky seems like he's more black than that guy.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Black Twitter was tearing Mike McDaniel apart when Adam Schefter tweeted that he's multiracial. Yeah. Like all of Black Twitter was just like hating on him and just destroying him, dude. And the memes were hilarious. But I also saw someone post a picture of his mom and dad's wedding, and his dad looks like Lando Calrissian.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is a bit of a stretch,
maybe.
But if there was an SNL skit about Mike McDaniel, I could definitely see like Michael or fucking David Cross playing him. If he put on some long hair and a beard,
yeah,
his eyes and nose are the same.
I could see Pete Davidson playing him like without any prosthetics or anything.
Fair.
Pete Davidson.
Put some glasses on him
and a beard.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the funny skit comes from that. But I remember what I was going to say. Just that the NFL is doing to what Brian Flores, or what they did to Colin Kaepernick to Brian Flores. I definitely agree with like the fight and the injustices that are being brought up. But I do think the organization is just doing like get out of here. That's not true. Don't talk to us.
Yeah, it seems like with the NFL, there has to be a sacrifice per se. Somebody has to be the one that jumps off the cliff, and then everybody else reaps the benefits. But
no, I definitely agree with that take for sure.
But it's just so stupid because he could have waited. He had the text messages. He could have waited until after the hiring process was over to file this lawsuit. And then on top of that, people are like, oh, you're calling the NFL racist for hiring all white guys? You hired an entire law firm that has 0 black employees. It's all white guys. So like his own hiring practice is hiring these white guys.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Because he made the same decision that these NFL coaches. It's just there's 80% of America's white people, so the chance of you hiring one is high.
Not the same. Not the same.
I don't know.
Listen, we're not going to take an anti-Brian Flores stance.
Oh no,
okay?
I like Brian Flores. I think he's a great coach, but
I
he
will
is
say, did you
definitely
guys see the clip?
blackballed.
Did you guys see the clip of Mike McDaniel pulling out the Mike Jones who?
Yeah, yeah.
I love
that's
that.
the first clip I've ever seen of him, and then
you
all of a
see-
sudden I've seen all these come
Did you
out.
Yeah.
see the clip of him talking to Tua on the phone?
I think that's
Uh,
faked.
I don't
Really?
think I've
Why?
seen that one.
I think it's faked because the way he's talking, like go back and listen to it again. He's like talking so slow, like it's scripted and they're filming him. And then he's like, he's like, I look forward to working with you, bud. And then he's like pretending to listen. And then he's saying that he's like, I'm the most excited he's ever been for a coach and that I'm the best coach in the world. And he's like, I know you can't hear him, but that's what he's saying.
There he is, man. I just had to get on with you real quick. We're going to have an extensive professional relationship, my man. One thing I know about you is you have the ambition to be great. My job is to coach you to get all that greatness out of you. And it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be work, but I know you're not afraid of that. So this is an awesome day for me. And I'm damn sure going to make sure that when you look back on this day, you're going to be like, damn, that was one of the best days of my career too. Okay? But I'll earn that from you. You got me? No, since you can't hear him, there's a camera on us right now. Since you can't hear him, he's telling me how excited he is. And that there's no other coach he'd rather play for in the entire world, which I thought was nice since this is the first time I've really talked to him. I'm elated, bro. It is an unbelievable opportunity for me that I do not plan on wasting in the slightest. I promise you that. I'm all in. You're going to get the best out of me that you could possibly get. There's only one way to do anything great. So, and there's no shortcuts. So let's go do something that's worth doing. It's on, bro. If you don't have eye black at home, you better go get some eye black because we're going. It'll be outstanding, dude. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for myself. And I think the Dolphins fans should be happy as well.
He had an AirPod or something. I don't think that was fake.
I think it was staged.
But I will say it's really funny to see like all the pictures of like the tree he comes from and whatnot, because it's the Shanahan, McVay, and all them, right?
Yeah.
So you see like Shanahan, like I saw a graphic, Shanahan, McVay, LaFleur, and then Mike McDaniels, and it's just like three handsome, like studly dudes, like just cut from stone, and then this guy who's just looks like a regular dude.
Yeah, he looks like a Silicon Valley dude. You take that tree back even farther, it's like nut, Tef nut. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
of course. But I said it to you guys in one of the groups. If we could go back and do a redux on the who we want as roommates list, I would definitely add Mike McDaniels for the same reasons.
Yeah.
No, not because he's funny. I'm saying for the same reasons why I added like
Short.
If there are fans out there who have not seen that clip or that fun game, Hunter just picked a bunch of people that he could alpha, so he could essentially seem more impressive than NFL people.
To the ladies.
I don't think I could alpha Kyler Murray, but
Hunter, how tall are you?
You strictly said because he's short and you're taller than him, and that makes you feel superior.
Hunter, what's your stats?
I think like 5'7" on a good day.
Mike McDaniels is 5'9". He towers over you, and he's 180.
Giant.
And being taller than me, I just think you're
gonna tell me like this.
I think if an innocent female bystander didn't know either of us, didn't know that he was an NFL head coach, and didn't know that I was a nobody, and they looked at both of us, and someone was like, "Hey, you have to take one of those people home and fornicate with them. Who would you take?" I think some of them would take me over Mike McDaniels.
You think you're more fornicatable with than Mike McDaniels?
Now, what if they were a guilty female bystander?
Then I think they'd still go with me.
I think
okay.
Mike McDaniels falls on that list of people like Cole Beasley, where if you had them out at like a shopping mall, you probably wouldn't recognize them.
Yeah.
Like he could walk right by you when you probably wouldn't even look to check who it is.
Dude probably wears fucking Skechers.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he works at Best Buy.
But fun fact about him, he graduated from Yale.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, he's supposedly a genius because he comes from the Sean McVay tree. He's a Yale guy.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I think he is going to crash and burn with the Dolphins.
Do you know who Dan Soder is, Jake?
I do know who Dan Soder is. Yes.
McDaniel grew up close friends with him in Aurora, Colorado.
Oh, well, that's why he's funny. Oh, in Aurora. Wow.
Yeah, that's where he's
We're
from.
we're looking for houses in Aurora.
Yeah, he's probably a space cadet.
And fun
Yeah.
fact, that's where Echo was born.
Wow.
It was
In the
Aurora.
Aurora Borealis?
Close. Yeah, Aurora, Colorado. It's pretty much the same thing.
That's where the Borealis comes from, the magnetic field.
Yeah, and I mean, people know that Colorado is a very magnetic state.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with the Ouroboros?
Also, it's magnets.
I don't think that has anything to do with magnets.
Well,
Do you
because
know
you don't fucking know much about it. That's why.
What's an Ouroboros, Jake?
It's when two magnets and you put like north and north together and south together, they like
Has
repel.
nothing to
That's
do with
Ouroboros.
I'm pretty sure an Ouroboros is when like a snake eats its own tail and then just sucks itself to infinity.
Exactly. You know, two
I didn't know
magnets
they had
like
a
this,
term
and
for
it's
that.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I've tried sucking myself to infinity and it hasn't worked out.
You got to remove a rib, I heard.
Yeah, it's
Speaking
tough.
of
It's
which,
tough.
I know this is like the off-topic show, but Jake, are
I
you
love
aware
it.
of the Nelly situation?
No, did he try to suck himself to infinity?
Jake.
Has to do with sucking. So Nelly is getting interviewed by somebody somewhere, and there's a point in the interview where he looks at his phone. He's like, "Ooh, uh-oh," and apparently at that moment, Nelly realized that he accidentally posted a video of him getting his wiener sucked on his Instagram story.
Yeah.
But the spicy drama is that everybody in the comments are saying that couldn't be Nelly because the wiener is small.
They weren't saying that couldn't be Nelly. They were just calling, they said that he had a small
Wow.
wiener. Now, keep in
Well,
mind,
Go ahead.
Now, yeah, we should try and send you this video because the first thing I said to Austin when I saw it, I said, if that is small, we got a problem. Buddy.
Yeah. Jake, the entire comment is just females like saying, "Oh, I'm disappointed it's so small," like all this stuff like that. And then
There's the rest of it. It's like, what are you talking
yeah,
about?
and then there'll be a guy on there that'll be like, "Oh, you watch too much porn, like that's a pretty good sized wiener." And then they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you must be small too." And the ratio would be so like detrimental.
Well, listen, if Nelly is out there listening, I want to offer this platform for him to speak his piece
Yeah.
freely, uninterrupted, because
Zero filter.
like that looks like a baby's arm. You're like, yeah, exactly. Like babies are small.
I think the video is deleted, so I can't send it to you. But yeah, just
I
like
saw a lot of girls
I
on
mean,
there.
it's
making
probably
fun
on
of the girls'
Celeb Jihad
technique.
at this point.
Oh yeah. It'll be on Celeb Jihad within 28 hours.
Yeah, he's
Wait.
a celeb.
But yeah, dude, like I said, if that's small, like where's the hope for fellas like
Maybe like on, an African American scale, he's on the small side, but definitely not on the Caucasian. Like if Mike Daniels, like that's the cutoff. That's like the midpoint, Mike McDaniels. So I'd say he's definitely after that.
I
That's
mean,
fucking
dude,
hilarious.
that thing was like bigger than mine. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Like by a lot.
That thing was bigger than mine. It's a good one.
Put that on a t-shirt too.
Nelly has a bigger penis than Hunter.
Oh wow. Yeah,
The
but
fucking commenters are gonna love this.
speaking of dicks, did you see that some of these referees, the controversial ones, are retiring this year?
Thank fucking God.
Yeah. The
But see, the NFL might not be rigged then. You know?
no, these guys probably just made all the fucking money in the world after all these rigged ass games that happened just recently. Like the whole Bengals, I saw one guy in our comment section say the Bengals, you can even look as recent as 2 games ago when the whistle got blown and Joe Burrow threw that touchdown. And it's like that could have been a whole rigged thing. Like there's a whistle blown, he throws the touchdown, Oh, it was whatever whistle from the crowd or something, and they just give him the touchdown.
No,
This is
dude, they
quote
fired that
from
official,
Robert
like, the next
Francis.
day.
How about the refs canceling the inadvertent whistle in the Bengals versus Raiders playoff
Yeah.
game? Question mark. The inadvertent whistle can't be reversed, but it's a scripted game. This
No,
is a
they
quote
said as
from
soon as
Robert
that-
Francis one day ago.
Yeah.
That was a big boo-boo. But that's like when that time they had to bring the index card out to measure the first down. It's just a scenario where they're in the moment, they don't know what to do, and they make a decision.
But it's like that, and then also like it's funny because there's related videos next to our video when I was looking at the NFL rigs analytics, and one of them was like NFL magnetic field goals. So I click on it, and it's a Packers Bengals game, and it's McPherson and Crosby, I think. And they're like, listen to the noise before the field goal, and there's like an MRI type sound, like those gigantic magnets. And the ball hit, like it's going straight and it swerves and it hits the upright and it bounces off. And then he's like, here it is later in the game. And they play it and he's like, notice the noise. And the field goal's going straight and it bounces and it hits the upright. Yeah. And then later in the game, Mason Crosby from the Packers attempts one. And the same thing happens. It hits the upright. They're like, what are the chances of 3 NFL kickers hitting the upright every single time? They're saying that there's a giant magnet in the fucking upright.
That sounds like some Dr. Evil type shit right there.
Yeah.
That's so
But
funny. That is so funny.
It's honestly like, I'm like, that's plausible. They could be like an MRI type mag, but no, other shit would be flying out there and hitting it probably. Like, that's so crazy.
No shit. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't even want to get into the sports science of that.
yeah,
but,
we can save that for our podcast about magnets, but
but this one NFL, so all these refs are retiring, but the most notable is Tony Corrente, and he was on the end of some fucking controversial calls. He was the one where Cassius Marsh got the sack against the Steelers and he was celebrating, and Corrente like backed into him and was like, oh, you ran into me, throws the flag up, he was taunting the sideline. Yeah, basically fucked the Bears over and gave the Steelers the win. But like, he's been in the game for 27 years and he has had so many controversies, like it's crazy.
Cassius Marsh is a cool dude. He's super into collecting cards and shit.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
Magic cards. He's super into playing Magic.
Nice.
Cards that are Magic or Magic the Gathering cards?
Magic the Gathering. I mean, he might be into, close-up Magic as well, but as far as I know, just Magic the Gathering and sports cards. He has his own Cash Cards Plus, which is like his website. I think it's called that.
Is this all real?
Yeah, no, this is totally fucking real.
Damn.
Yeah, he's
do you
super
guys-
into it.
What type of person do you think is worse? I'm going to give you 3.
Okay.
Kid who has reptiles in the house.
Okay. Do you say
Kid who's
reptiles
like-
or erectile?
Reptiles.
Reptile.
So we've got like a lizard or something.
Okay.
Snake,
Kid who's
maybe.
like really into magic. Like he's super into magic. He's
Close up
got
Magic or
cards-
Magic the Gathering?
Close up magic.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's always trying to impress people with it. Or kid like sword kid with swords.
LARPer.
Yeah, I was Sword Kid.
I was a sword kid too.
Yeah, swords are badass. I think I think I get down with all those people, honestly.
Oh my
Reptiles are sick, close up Magic is interesting. And swords,
I think it's pretty far and away clearly reptile kid, with magic being a very close second.
See, Jake, what Hunter's alluding to is I used to have a snake, dude.
That's not what I
Wow,
mean.
Hunter is a fucking snake.
No. Because Jake, you and I just said we were sword kids. Austin was a reptile, but he's not.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
I went through a phase for a couple of years where I liked
Like when you
snakes.
walk into somebody's
I
fucking
still like
house
snakes.
and
They're
it
cool.
smells like that, like just sod that you need and shit.
Yeah, they were
Snakes feel
stinky.
so smooth, dude. They feel so good.
See, they feel good.
And they're
And they
cool. They're
crawl
super
around
quick.
you.
Yeah, was it
If
show
heat
yeah,
vision.
where
When
we
it
were
like
talking about
slithers
your snake.
around you, I was holding like a boa constrictor and it slithered all around over my shoulders and everything. And I was like, whoa, it's like a big muscle tube.
Yeah,
It's so sweet.
No.
but it's
I bet
Pick 'em
scary
up,
to hear
eat
them.
'em.
It's scary to hear them crawling around at nighttime in your bedroom. When
Were
you
we
got,
sure.
talking about that on the cast?
no, that was the after cast.
The
That
after
shit.
show?
We were talking about anacondas.
BFF after dark.
Which
That
we
would
need
have
to
been a
start
good.
recording because 2 weeks in a row we've had
Listen.
an arguably better show than the actual show.
Listen, if we go biggest regrets in life, top 3 is that we did not record the Star Wars talk. Cause that was in depth and it was
Oh,
great.
yeah. Yeah, it was
And
good.
there were so many opportunities for photos. I mean, trust me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what the old
R.I.P.
flamingo catch should be.
Yeah.
RIP. Make it, dude. The world is your oyster.
Well, it takes all of us.
Well, hey, but
We're
it takes
here.
one of us, you know, to
Listen.
start it.
Eli has been ducking me for like a year and a half on this motion graphic that I'm having him make.
Dude, that's
I
been more than a
have
year
to
and a
fucking
half.
make it yourself, myself, I guess. I'll
can't,
use
I
Cinema
can't.
4D.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make it.
I'll have to digitally scan a flamingo or something.
Hunter, just go down to the local community college computer science class and just be like, any of you guys know how to do this?
Yeah, say,
Um,
well, I'll give you internship hours.
I'll take you to the strip club for free for one
Yeah.
lap dance.
I'll fuck your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
If you don't get somebody with that, then I mean, you know, you're helpless.
I'll buy you 2 cartons of Delta 8.
2 cartons of Delta 8 and then 1 carton of almond milk, and you're good.
Yeah.
It's a lot to add. You can't mix Delta 8 and almond milk. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. You don't want to get plant milk. Yeah.
But either way, something that you do want is Packers merch. And
Oh yeah,
this
I love this
Pack-
one.
This week's Packers merch of the week comes to us from Amazon, and it looks like it is not available with Amazon Prime shipping.
Yeah.
hmm
But you
But
do
this
get
is worth the wait. This is totally worth the wait.
And it's 22% off. So it's like you're not even paying for the shipping pretty much. Like if you
Yes.
factor in that.
So,
Exactly.
so what this is a Green Bay Packers checkers set. Now, it doesn't look like your traditional checkers board. The board is a football field, Lambeau Field, if you will. And then there are little squares in between the hashes. So you can play checkers while appreciating the oldest franchise in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the thing that I like about this the most is when you go ping me, it's not another checker. It's a little helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not only are you significantly higher than 2 checkers, but you're also protecting your checker from CTE.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I like that. There's definitely something about stacking the checkers and clicking them into the grooves
Perfect
together.
spot. Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah,
Satisfying.
something
I'm
about
sure
that
the
sort of-
helmet has gyrations that
Oh, I'm
click
sure,
it.
for sure.
Maybe.
I could just imagine like you're playing this with your bro. You got the helmet serving dish with all
Yep.
the dips and the
Mhm.
M&M, the peanut M&Ms.
You're
You got
rubbing
your
the wooden
wife.
Aaron Rodgers head for good luck.
You got the wooden Aaron Rodgers head. You got your wife in the Packers bikini, which you missed last week, Jake, because it was
Oh,
pretty
Wasn't it-
spicy.
Was it bikini
Really?
or was it lingerie?
Oh, it was it lingerie? It was either lingerie or a bikini, but
Yeah,
we were
I mean-
distracted by the model.
if
We
you can
were
see
glad-
the coochie, then it's lingerie. If you can't, it's a bikini. That's, you know,
we
good rule
were
of thumb.
saying we were glad you weren't there because we thought you would have been fucking popping boners.
Yeah,
I mean, I popped the boner when I saw this checker set.
yeah,
That's-
I know. That's why we were nervous.
It's pretty much just anything Packer, anything Lambeau Field, at least.
Yeah. But what I do want to say about this is it is 22% off right now on Amazon. It's only $13.99, and it has the NFL sticker on it. Like
Mhm.
you can't get licensed NFL merch for $13.99. Like you can't get a fucking Packers lanyard
yeah.
for $13.99. So
Yeah.
this is the whole game. This is a hot spicy deal.
That's like one hot dog at the stadium, probably.
Yeah.
And this will last
Mention-
forever.
I do love the concept, but I think I'm gonna hold out until Packers Mancala comes out, because that's where I'm gonna shine.
Yeah.
Dude, Packers risk.
Packers backgammon.
Packers Simpsons road rage. I mean, come on.
Packers Monopoly, one of the pieces is like Fat Eddie Lacy.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
cheap one.
But
It's just their houses.
all right, so that was Packers week. Real quick, Jaggin Corner. Jags head coach is Doug Peterson. That's cool. I wish it was Byron Leftwich, but we'll see how it goes. I actually, to get myself psyched up on Doug Peterson, I was watching some like Eagles Doug Peterson content. He
Yeah.
seems like a cool dude.
You watch the Philly?
Like the hour-long documentary about the Philly.
No, just the play.
Yes, I watched the play in the hour-long Philly documentary.
You
There's a
watched the whole
thing.
documentary?
Yeah, because
Oh,
all
yeah.
it is like it's okay. So the most I got out of this documentary isn't that Doug Peterson is a cool dude. He is, and I'm excited for him. But the coolest thing I found out about it is that I really like Frank Reich. Like
I remember telling you years ago that I didn't think Doug Peterson was the reason the Eagles made the Super Bowl. I think it's because of Frank Reich. And I've always been high on Reich because like the Bills connection, and all that, but he's fucking cool.
I'm
Like,
not
he's an
talking
offensive
about
guy.
for like football acumen or game planning or anything. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like his general vibe and personality.
Yeah.
Like he has a voice that I just like. I think he should be a voice actor for stuff. Like he seems like a really interesting dude. But yeah, it was cool. So Dougie P, welcome to Jacksonville. Before we get into the whoopsie, Austin, do you want to tell us about the trouble that's brewing in the home front of the waters of Lake Erie?
Yeah. So
Oh, gorge.
the Jacksonville Jags have been assembling a pretty good staff over there, and they hired Heath Farwell, who was special teams coordinator in Buffalo. And basically, like there's been so much turnover in the Bills staff this season. It's like people are speculating if Heath Farwell was let go because of the 13-second blunder or whatever, because we've always had pretty decent special teams. Like we're not getting fucked by our special teams that often. And then Quentin Spain, the guard for the Bengals, basically came out today and said that he and Sean McDermott didn't see eye to eye, and he asked for his release. And then they're basically saying the Bills initially resisted and then eventually granted him a release. But it's like you hear that story, and then like we talked about a couple of weeks ago with the Brian Flores lawsuit, that the Giants basically said that Brian Daboll was thinking about leaving and going to be an OC somewhere if he couldn't get a head coach job. So it's like, why is Daboll, the special teams coach, like Quentin Spain, all these guys beefing with Sean McDermott? And it's just like people are wondering what's going on within the organization. But I think like Quentin Spain, he was all right, but like he's not a super good guard. Like I think we have better guards than him, but he kind of got benched last year or whenever we had him right before the playoffs, and for Cody Ford, who's not good. So I think he was just butthurt he got benched.
Now, do you think Sean McDermott might be part of some type of pyramid scheme, and he's trying to like maybe Cutco cutlery knives, and he's trying just to get everybody to watch his presentations and whatnot, and everyone's just like, nah, I'm out, And don't get me wrong, Cutco cutlery knives does have a quality knives, but the presentations are tough. They're tough.
Yeah. There's a very real possibility that there's some kind of scheme like that going on.
Some like Invigoron thing.
And maybe he's
feeding
asking
levels.
Maybe there's too much pressure on those underneath him to sell and meet quota.
Yeah.
But there's definitely something brewing.
People don't want to be in his network, but he's like, no, I want to reach triple, double, platinum, diamond. And
yeah, I honestly think he's just a big, like he was a college wrestler. So he's got that kind of mindset where you're like, got to be up the earliest, got to be, just put a process, putting in the work, tough grind, not too much fun having. So I could see it being kind of,
maybe they should do some team bonding at like Dave and Buster's or something, play some Speed of Light.
Yeah. I mean, I know Marshawn used to be at Applebee's all the time, just cutting loose. So
yeah, when you had the 2 for $20, it's hard to stay away.
Get the boys go to get a 2 for $20 and put on a couple pounds for the season,
Yeah, you got to beef before you cut.
Yeah. But speaking
Yeah,
of
it's
cuts,
interesting.
we could get into
Yikes.
the
Hi,
whoopsie.
caramba.
Yeah.
Ay caramba is a fun expression.
Yeah, I mean,
It
we
is,
already
it is
talked
fun.
a little bit about it earlier about the whole Vegas. Alvin Kamara uh, allegedly assaulted a guy, and the Vegas police released his mugshot, Kamara, and then I found a guy on Twitter that found the guy who got the shit kicked out of him, a picture of him. So he's not looking too good. And
Yeah, no, not too good is probably the lightest way to say it. He's
yeah,
looking, as the kids would say, fucked up.
yeah, yeah. He definitely got the shit kicked out of him. And
Now, was there footage that this was Alvin Kamara for sure, or is this
yeah, the
okay?
police are saying that they have the footage, but they haven't released it yet. But allegedly, hours before the Pro Bowl, the NFL knew that Kamara was a suspect in a felony battery, and the league still allowed him to play in the game. And then they didn't arrest him until like way after, like the next day, I think. But yeah, they're
You
saying
gotta let the kids play.
they're saying it was at 6:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and the guy Darnell Green was waiting for an elevator with a group of people that included Alvin Kamara at the Cromwell Las Vegas Hotel and Casino. When an elevator arrived, Kamara allegedly tried to stop Green from entering the elevator, putting his hand on his chest. Green said he then pushed Kamara's hand off his chest, and he was then pushed in return. And then allegedly, Alvin Kamara pieced him up, knocked him out, and then his boys stomped his head. Like 3 of his boys did that.
So, long story short, this guy was just trying to get into an elevator that Alvin Kamara and his posse was also trying to get into.
Yeah.
Upon going in, Alvin said, "Nah, dog, this is my homie's elevator. You don't come in." And he's like, "Whatever, dude, I'm coming in." And then they just beat the shit out of him.
that's what the police report in all the shit. Like, we haven't heard Alvin Kamara's side of it. We've only heard this guy's, but the Las Vegas police say the video is exactly what this guy said.
Yeah, now,
but we don't have the video to see.
There are a lot of elevators in these hotels. If Alvin Kamara did that to me and all his cronies were in there, I'd say, have a good night. And I would wait 35 seconds. I wouldn't be like, nah, we're in this together, brother. Like,
get the fuck off me, I'm coming in.
Yeah, I'll just be like, okay, pleasure. Thank you for, blessing me with your touch. But I'll wait for the next elevator to come. And if it's 6:30 a.m., I'm sure there was another elevator in the lobby because not many people are going up and down at 6:30.
Yeah. Every place there's an elevator in Vegas, there's like 4 other elevators right next.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there was 10 elevators in our hotel, and it was just like a Hilton. It wasn't even anything super fancy.
Yeah. You have other options.
Yeah,
maybe the guy wanted to get pieced up so he could sue Alvin for all his millions.
Maybe not only is the NFL rigged, but the NFL after hours is rigged.
Yeah.
I believe Alvin is facing like 5 years in prison or something.
Yeah, I tried to trade for him in fantasy.
Oh, fuck.
Casey wasn't biting.
Here's the thing about that, Jake. I think Alvin Kamara is a high enough profile guy where this is all going to disappear.
Listen, all I know is Ray Lewis allegedly murdered 1 or maybe 2 people and played an entire career after that, never missed a game. Or maybe he did, maybe a little couple games, but he played right after that. And then Aaron Hernandez murdered people and was still playing a whole season. Like, he's going to be back. Alvin Kamara is going to be back. I mean, it's not the Ray Rice age anymore where you beat people up and you're gone. You got Joe Mixon playing. You got Tyreek Hill playing.
And I mean, it was just from at least what we know at the moment, it was a stranger, also a man. If this was a stranger, a woman, it's tough to get around.
Yeah, we're looking at probably like 10 years. Yeah.
But also, I think Alvin Kamara, especially with how the Saints are doing at the moment, I think maybe the Saints organization will put up the bail just to keep him in the game.
Maybe. Yeah, they'll probably hire lawyers.
They'll be like, "Fuck it, we need this dude. He's our last
Yeah.
hope."
You're our only. Imagine their offense without him, because it's like, are they bringing Taysom Hill back on his
Yeah, I don't
$500 million contract? Like,
I don't know.
it's gonna be bad for them next year.
Yeah.
But
Can I go first in the game?
yeah, but I'm gonna go first. Take a Peepsies. So we'll do Peepsies break, but we'll
Yeah.
put the transition for the game up. So
Cool.
So today's fun game of the week is top 3 players who could hoss the most wings. For those of you who don't know, because I've had many of people ask me what hoss means. It's like when you're hossing out, you're eating a lot of food. If you are a hoss, you're a big burly man who can fucking hoss out some food. So we will go Hunter, Austin, me.
All right. Okay. Well, my first one, my number 3. This is another classic example where when Jake proposed this game idea, I was like, hey, that is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
The fuck?
But and as soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, oh, this is actually a really cool and fun game. And I'm glad that we have Jake to propose all these fun ideas. So
I'm about to go like that soy boy comment on our last video.
But so my number 3 is Marshawn Lynch, because we all remember that video of Marshawn hanging out at the Applebee's in Buffalo or whatever that was, having a grand old time. And I just feel like Marshawn's the kind of guy who can toss down some wings. And I actually have some proof. This picture that I'm popping in is Marshawn Lynch eating some wings in the tunnel after a football game.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
damning
hilarious.
evidence.
Yeah. So Marshawn Lynch, my number 3.
It's a good one.
That's awesome.
Well,
Some pretty damning evidence.
yeah. Coming in at number 3 on my list, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Big Trent Brown. And for no other reason than I'm pretty sure he's 400 pounds. And I feel like to get to that level of hossiness, you have to be dipping chicken wings in ranch and eating like 40.
Now, do you think he's a
several-
ranch or a blue cheese guy?
He probably has 4.
Oh.
He probably has 6 containers of ranch and 6 containers of blue cheese. And just
He
40.
just goes wing, ranch, blue cheese.
Yeah.
Right.
I've done it before.
He's probably got a cup of barbecue and a cup of cheese as well.
I imagine so. He could probably eat a lot of different foods, but I just think Trent Brown, he can probably, I'm just guessing, can probably put down some wings.
I agree. All right, so my number 3, and this is based off of some footage as well, is Dawson Knox. Because the way he went in for that turkey leg, he went in with no regard to his own safety. So I'm thinking with a smaller wing, he was anticipating, I'm going to eat the whole wing. And like I do with the old flats, you go dump it in the ranch and then just put the whole thing in your mouth, pull it out. I think that's probably going to be his method, which is optimal for hossing as many wings as you possibly can.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go with Dawson Knox, my number 3.
it's a good one. Yeah, you got to really have no fear of choking if you're going to be
I
eating
just wanted
chicken.
to say real quick, I have a dishonorable mention, and I'll drop it now because I don't think that he would be on any of your guys' lists. But my dishonorable mention is Mike McDaniels, because I feel like he is the kind of guy who would pull a Matt Shore and be like, dude, I can eat fucking wings. Bad. And then it happens, and he's just like,
Oh my god, that was after I
Dude,
put
the
down
napkin.
fucking 40 wings. Bull put down 20 wings. We were fast.
No, this is
as fuck.
before. He was like, I'm going to start off. I'm going to kill it.
Yeah, I had
And
to
he's-
grab his basket.
It's funny because I was recording the video and we're like, let's go. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? And then
That's
so he
why-
takes 9 bites for the first wing, grabs a napkin, dabs his face, and we're like, just pass it. He ate
That's
like
why-
2 wings.
it was only me and Bull were his teammates. So I had to eat all of Matt Shore's wings and all of my wings, and then pass it to Bull, who had to eat like 40
Well,
because he was
and-
the anchor.
Well,
So
and
he was the 40 wing guy.
this is one of the most like proud moments ever. He's hossing the wings, bah, 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 bah. And then he's like, throws up a little bit, pulls the wing out of his mouth, and the lady's like, "You're done, disqualified." He's like, "Fuck that," eats it again, and she's like, "Oh my god, fine, you're back in. That was disgusting."
Yeah,
It
dude.
was amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, it
his
was amazing.
perseverance.
I was like,
unreal.
"Let's fucking go!"
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I would have been better
And-
than fucking.
And we
Shore in
still
that.
lost to that fucking professor who was
You
just
want to
like,
know why? Because he was doing the
Oh my
wings like
God.
that. He'd fucking pop them in, pull the bone out, pop them in, pull the bone out.
that's what I was doing, but he had the
Oh.
technique down so good. He was a
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But all right. Mike McDaniel's dishonorable mention for sure. Shout out to Matt Shore. Austin, the reason why I wanted to go first is because I didn't want you to steal the person I'm about to use. My number 2, who should be my number 1, really, but my number 1 is my number 1 for special reasons, which we will get into later. But my number 2 is Mr. Big Stuff himself, Marcel Darius.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
believe when he came to Buffalo, he tanked his football career because he was too interested in eating wings.
I was just gonna say he was so fat. Like he's supposed to be big, but he was always overweight for what we asked him to be at, and he was eating a lot of chicken wings, dude.
Yeah, and just talking about intimidating pictures. Look at the one I just tossed in there.
Let's see this. Yeah.
He's literally
Dude.
doing high quality photo shoots at wing joints.
And keep in mind, we took this man 3rd overall in like the greatest draft class in the past 15 years. We passed up like Julio Jones. We passed up Patrick Peterson.
You see the picture, Jake?
Oh yeah, I see the picture. This is amazing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there's like full. I think behind him you can see a light stand. Like it's legitimate. He's having the full photo shoot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what
And
I'm
the thing
saying.
is,
So,
look at the fucking bowls of the blue cheese. Bowl, not
Yeah.
cup. Bowl.
They need to put those at more restaurants because that's a novel idea. Because I hate having to.
want some wings so goddamn bad.
Yeah, they're good.
so
My birthday's coming up next month, and we're gonna get some friends, and we're all gonna do the hot ones challenge.
oh, nice.
Nice.
So we're gonna buy
Hopefully
the
you didn't
full.
ask any
set.
of them to like make a T-shirt for your birthday, and they promised you they would or something.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate if anybody ever had to experience that ever.
It really hurt their feelings, I guess.
Listen, I'll go on custom ink, and I'll make 500 of them. I'll send you the invoice for $4.99, and I'll gift you the one, and we'll make it happen.
Well, Jake, now it's all about getting fucking whatever that dude's name, Judd 64. hits for a t-shirt.
Rob Blackson.
No,
Yeah.
he's not the 100th subscriber.
I don't even know if he is a subscriber,
He probably
You
isn't
gotta-
subscribed.
because at the
We
moment
gotta
he's
take
just
care.
he's a Hunter hater right now.
Yeah.
I love it though. So all right, my number 2.
Oh, wait, I didn't go, Jake.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay, my fault.
All right, so Hunter picked Marcel Darius. So another guy who the Bills could have taken instead of Marcel Darius would have been a better pick was JJ Watt, who's going to be my number 2. And I only say that because I remember I watched a video one time of like what he has to eat to like stay at weight, because like he's naturally like a very light guy, but he eats like fucking 12,000 calories a day, and he's just fucking shoveling food down his throat. So I think he could probably throw down some wings.
Okay.
So kind of similar to what you were saying, you know, the need for so much food. You need a lot more calories when you're young because your metabolism is so crazy. So I'm thinking
Rodrigo Blankenship?
close. So I'm thinking a young hoss probably needs a lot of food.
Big Q.
Nah, I think my number 2, Tristan Wirfs could probably fucking murder some wings.
He's got the quick
Be-
twitch muscle fibers.
See,
And when you're eating wings as a youth, now that I'm, past my age of swooning per se, I've learned that I've peaked in regards to consumption of wings. Because when you're young, you consume wings without regard to your own safety or health. You just do it with such, disregard to anything, really.
Yeah,
And you just go and go and go, and you might feel like you're gonna throw up, but you just keep going and going.
I
and
still do
going.
that now.
And the next day, your metabolism is like, done, it's gone. So I think Tristan Wirfs could hoss down some motherfucking chicken wings.
see, I don't know, dude. I think Tristan Wirfs is like one of these new age hosses where he's not just getting to all the unhealthy stuff. Like he's a brick shit house, but he still has like form. Like he's not just like a Richie Incognito where he's like spilling over himself. I feel
True.
like he probably eats more of the healthy foods.
Well, right here we have a tweet. Further investigation. Echo is bothering me with his broccoli. But a further investigation. There's a video showing how much Tristan Wirfs eats every day.
Yeah.
But it's just
This
healthy
is
stuff.
4 scrambled eggs on top of cheesy hash browns, 6 pieces of bacon. That's the
There's
first
gonna be
meal of
no
the day.
chicken wings on there. Tell you that.
It might be. It might be 1 waffle. It looks like this
Just
might
one
just be
waffle?
a breakfast. 2 burgers, 1 full container of coleslaw, 1 full container of potato salad, a lot of chocolate cake. Was that potato salad? Yeah, potato salad. A lot of chocolate cake, and he's eating legitimately a full cake out of a container. 4 slices of just bread.
Get your bread.
Chips and
Wow.
spinach artichoke dip, a whole meat lover's pizza, and an extra couple slices of my pizza, my being girlfriend. He finishes off the chocolate cake and then Oreos and milk. This bro can have some fucking food. And all that's carbs too. He's just eating bread and chocolate cake and fucking coleslaw and shit. And potato salad. He can get some wings down, I know for sure.
See, I almost think it's the opposite, Jake, because wings are one of these foods where you're not really getting a lot out of it. If you just want to intake for the calories, wings is not what you're looking for.
True, but I mean, that means you need more to equal. So
Okay.
he's like, oh, I got
So-
bread, I got chocolate cake, I got whatever. He's like, I'm gonna have
Okay.
to eat 50,000 wings to get to that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like
It's just-
like
it's just
Huffy.
science.
Huffy eats and eats and eats and eats, and it just doesn't accumulate on. Like he needs a lot of more food than us.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. Okay. All right. So I'm up now.
Looks like it.
Okay. My numero uno, like I said, on paper, it should probably be Marcel Darius because I don't know that my number one specifically likes wings. But from the pictures, I think you guys will be able to assume. My number one is Willie Roaf. And you guys are going to have to look at the pictures to determine it. So the first one is me sniping him eating some chips at his Hall of Fame induction signing session. Now, he's a big dude. Like, he's a large guy. And just the way he's tossing these chips, like, you can tell guy knows how to eat. Now, the second pick
He has
is
no
when-
neck.
Delay's
So-
barbecue, debatably the worst food out of them all.
is when he clearly notices I'm, like, seeing him, like, eat food. And he looks mad at me. And it's kind of scary.
This is so much
That's
funnier than I
Amazing.
remember.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'll try and airdrop the video to my phone so I can try and send it to you guys.
Dude, he
Yeah,
just is like
or email it to me.
he's built like a turtle, dude. Like he looks
Oh, he's
solid.
huge. Yeah.
And look how small that bag of chips. It looks like a kid-sized bag to us. And he's just holding
Yeah,
it with like
that's
2
the-
fingers.
That's the
That
thing.
is
That's a family bag.
bag. No, it's not.
That's how big he is.
He looks like he just reached and grabbed half the bag and just threw it in one swoop.
Oh fuck, he's probably a good
Yeah,
guy.
but I'm telling you, when you see the video, when you see how he's ingesting.
Dude,
All right,
the picture of him mad at you.
Yeah, it was just so much. Sorry. There's Big Will. We've all seen it.
Oh my god.
The look is the best, dude.
Oh my god. This is so mad at you.
But you see how quickly I do like a Quentin Tarantino zoom out because I'm scared.
Yeah, no, that's fucking awesome.
But like I don't know why my brain just zoomed out like that. That's not going to make him stop noticing.
Yeah.
that.
You're still pointing the camera at him.
This is amazing. He zooms right in, so fucking close.
Dude.
Oh fuck.
I like how
That's
you
amazing.
it looks like a TMZ video.
It
Like
does, yeah. And what year was this? This is pretty good footage for whatever year it was.
Oh, that's just on the Lumix.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that was on the iPhone.
No. That was I don't know whatever year Michael Irvin got into the Hall of Fame.
a few years back.
But that was a cool little shindig. But all right, Austin, who's your numero uno?
So coming in at number one on my list, I'm gonna go with Dion Dawkins. And it was between him and Ed Oliver because I do see them tweeting about eating chicken wings all the time. But there's a video of Dion Dawkins where he's at Duff's, which is a notoriously good wing joint in Buffalo, and he's just hossing down. I'll see if I can get a picture of that and throw it in there.
He says Duff's is overrated.
It definitely is. I think like there's like other bars that like Duff's is like you're going to Buffalo, like it's one of the wing places you're supposed to go to, touristy type. But like I think there's like Bill Bar Tavern or something they say is way better. But I don't know. I think Dion Dawkins is definitely throwing down wings though. They call him the snowman.
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, so for my number one, this guy was a favorite in the Biggest Nasties. And supposedly, as a superstition, he eats a plate of meatballs before every game. And this is Chris Jones.
Chris Jones eats meatballs before every game.
Supposedly,
IKEA
after
sweet meatballs?
Super Bowl 54, he wants the meatballs because they are good, and it's a new Super Bowl superstition for him.
I want the meatballs.
So it says, so I've got a little more convincing, hoping his wife can open up and have enough time to just prepare me a single plate of meatballs.
I hope you can find a cool picture of Chris Jones with some meatballs.
I maybe we can swing it.
I think
Or
of a
Photoshop something.
I can think of a picture with a couple of meaty balls hanging out from Chris Jones.
I can
Yeah, there isn't, but maybe I can Photoshop one together real quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Austin, I also can think of a picture of you from National Hamburger Day that's similar.
Let's not talk about that picture.
Flash that one on the cast real quick. Just put one frame.
No, we'll get
It would be
demonetized.
like if you tried to freeze it, it would be like a little out of focus.
National Hamburger Day?
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
what
that's to me.
year.
Jake,
Yeah.
I'll toss it in the Bro
the Snap
Football
group?
Focus. Yeah, you'll love it. But all right.
It's one of the more
Well,
scandalous pictures of me on Hunter's phone.
Well, I hope all 95 of our viewers enjoyed our long form episode. I know we went off on a few tangents, but I hope
Yeah,
you all
we were
enjoyed
nearing 2 hours there. It's a long one.
that. Nice.
Our editing team will cut it down to about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hour and
maybe.
a half. It
Hour
may be
45.
Hour 45. Get some
It'll
of the
probably
jargon
take me
out
about
there.
3 hours to do. Or sorry, our
Yeah.
editing team, 3 hours to do.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right, bitch.
But all right. Hopefully next time we'll be celebrating 100 subscribers. It'll be our centennial episode before our
That'd be
actual
awesome.
100th episode, which I'm sure happens a lot quicker for most outlets. But
No, we're building all natural, dude.
Yeah,
it's
and see,
not
but
what
here's
you
the thing.
start.
This is what we do to clear the air. Unlike other podcasts, we don't bank episodes, you know? A lot of these big name people, they'll do, 3 days in a row, 3 different podcasts, and they're
Okay.
saving up. It's a what I consider to be a fib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do
Big-
it real.
big thing.
If we can't hit a week, we can't hit a week, We're keeping it real. And granted, sometimes keeping it real goes wrong. But
We're basically like Saturday Night Live. Like it's just it happens. It's right there,
exactly. And we're
Yeah.
also live from New York.
Jake, we were talking about that. If YouTube has like a live feature, we kind of
does.
think we should do it live and then record it. And we just obviously wouldn't say stuff we would have to bleep out. if
Well,
we were
don't
live.
act like we say.
I don't know if
stuff
we
that-
have self-control.
We have
think-
self-control.
But
For
So-
the viewers, I usually cut out about an hour to an hour and a half out of every episode because of the racy shit we say. Wait till the
an hour and
Patreon.
a half.
And wait until the Patreon comes out. We'll have the director's cut. Uncut.
Maybe, but I don't know. It's just a possibility. We'll see. Now that we're doing more community interaction, we'll see what they
Yeah.
want.
We'll see what Rob Blackman has free in his schedule, and we can pop
I
something
think it
on.
was Rod.
Maybe
Rod,
we
it was
should
Rod.
have him on the cast. We should see if he's available.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if he's
Rod,
down to
come
clown.
on.
You called Hunter a pussy little soy bitch? Like,
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah, he said that dude probably licks hairy asshole.
yeah. He said he's got all 8 boosters. Like,
That's
have it.
gold.
at least it was fun.
Yeah.
But speaking of funny, find us on YouTube where you found us. Find us on Instagram at Pro Football Focus. Find us on Twitter at Pro Football Focus with just one L.
Angular.
But yeah, go do all that. See us next time on our centennial episode. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Should I rip it?